This video was made like right after part 1, so I didn't really have time to like draw shit, so enjoy some Plants vs. Zombies gameplay, because that's all I could think of to put on the screen. Hello, 'tis I. So this is a part 2 of the Foxi Boxi video. I reacted to somebody named Leo who made a video on Foxi Boxi that was not good in any way, shape, or form. It was bad. Go watch that video if you haven't already, link in the description. I'm sorry for my voice being so monotone. It's kind of late and I'm pretty tired, but I want to get at least a little bit of this video done tonight and then I can do the rest tomorrow. I'm recording this, September 23rd, which means I have 2 days to work on this, video, which is why I'm making both of them back to back and then posting them both at the same time. Also, just because I want to and it's more convenient so you idiots don't have to wait. So yeah. Anyway, I've got a few things that we're gonna be reacting to today. I do not know if I will do all 3 of them in this video. My videos are not very well planned out. We have 2 videos, shorter than the video I reacted to in the last video, and then we have a card. And if you don't know what a card is, it's like a website where you can make websites. So it's basically just a mini website detailing what Foxi has done. And yeah, I haven't read it fully yet, but I will definitely read it fully before I do that section. But yeah. So without further ado, on to the video. Again, if you don't know what's going on, I would recommend watching my first video first, and then coming back to watch this one. Now, let's get on to it.
Hey guys, Pissy Poopy deleted their channel and they're in drama now. Yippee!
How mature! I am now going to take everything you say extremely seriously. I'm gonna be skipping a chunk of their video because it's basically just saying who Foxi Boxi is, and that doesn't really matter, so we're just gonna be talking about, you know, the allegations and shit. So, let's do that.
Okay, starting with the zoophilia allegations. So, Foxi Boxi or Teddy, they openly discussed or posted about them buying a dog dildo. I can't talk. But this wasn't an accident either. This was literally a custom order, and they said so themselves. That's really weird.
Something I want to mention, and that I should have mentioned in my last video, but it didn't really come to mind, is that I don't know what this dildo looks like. Nobody has actually showed any screenshot of what it looks like. Sure, it might be in that screenshot, but that screenshot is cropped in a way to where you can't see it, which, yes, is very understandable because, you know, YouTube. But there should at least be some kind of Google document or something with the full images so I can see, and everyone else can see, if it actually is one. Because this could just be a completely normal, like, toy that people are saying is a dog dildo because of, like, internet telephone. That could be a very real possibility, but that's not being acknowledged here. And if this person has seen the dildo, then they should show it in some form, even if they can't show it on YouTube, because that's kind of fucking important when making a video trying to expose somebody for being a zoophile. You need to actually show proof that they're doing the thing that you're saying they're doing, or that they bought the thing you're saying they bought.
Also, if you couldn't tell, which you probably should be able to, Bad Dragon is a zoophile company.
Yeah, Bad Dragon is most likely a zoophile company, seeing as they sell dog dildos, but, the screenshot you put on the screen literally does not prove shit. That is somebody saying that something happened, not proof that something actually happened.
They sell replicas of actual dog, genitals, like, as dildos. Yeah, you get the point.
Maybe that's what you should have shown on the screen instead of some stupid ass screenshot of somebody saying, oh yeah, this guy in the company did these icky things, which, like, there was no context to it either. Like, who is this guy? Is he, like, the founder? Is he just some employee? We don't fucking know. Is he even a part of the company? Literally, there's, like, no fucking context to that screenshot, but even if there was, it doesn't prove shit.
I recommend you check out this Twitter post, or Twitter account, about what they did. It's awful. She also drew one of her OCs Renard with Bat Dragon merch on. Come on now.
Yes. That's definitely what we should be focusing on here, not the fact that they bought a replica of a dog's genitals. The fact that they drew a bad company on their character's shirt. A character which is now deleted and scrapped, according to them. Why does this matter? Why did this need to be brought up? This is literally a waste of time. One of the few points in this drama that is actually, like, condemnable is the dog dildo thing, which is something that literally nobody fucking expands upon for some reason, even though you'd have a pretty good fucking case if you actually gave more screenshots, more context, all that shit. But no, you want to be lazy and and instead of spending the time in the video to talk about the shit that they've actually done, you want to cram as much shit in this video as possible so you can condemn them for as many things as possible. It doesn't matter how bad those things are. No, the more claims, the more substantiated the video is. Am I right, kids?
Okay, moving on to the next part.
About iPhone.
I think you put quotes over the wrong word, buddy. You should have put grooming in quotes, because the shit you're about to show is not fucking grooming. Also, your transition cards go for way too fucking long.
Okay, so I'm sure you guys have seen this post. Foxi Boxi was 16 at the time. I think, yeah, 16. She was 16. And this person was 13 years old. I'm not going to state every single thing they did in this post because of time and because my storage is hot ass and I have no gigabytes. So Foxy met with Queen Void, the person who made this post, in May of 2020.
Damn, actual time frames for when things happened? Oh my gosh, Leo should be taking notes.
And they met through a mutual friend of each other's, or I think one of their friends was friends with Foxy, and they met each other from there. But basically, they started like a role playing and stuff. And after the role play, just see for yourself.
This person sent a fucking blushing emoji in response to somebody saying something sexual to them. If that doesn't give the impression that they're enjoying the conversation, I don't know what does. Like, what? So you're telling me that these two people had a sexual roleplay with each other. And then one person started talking sexually with the other person. And then that person responds with a blushing emoji. And you're telling me that they're supposed to know that that's not okay? And before you say, and if you haven't watched my last video, before you say, oh, but it was pedophilic, it was people with an age gap, that's the issue. No, a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old is not pedophilic. That is not how that works. I'm pretty sure for a 16-year-old to be considered a pedophile, they have to be attracted to somebody at least 5 years younger than them, which means that they would have to be attracted to somebody 11 or younger. You cannot just say, see these two teenagers? Yeah, they were being sexual with one another, but the older one's a pedophile because I fucking said so. That's not how that fucking works. An age gap does not equal pedophilia. If you are uncomfortable with a situation, instead of being like, ooh, blushing emoji, no, you need to say, please stop talking about this. This is crossing my boundaries. You need to be blunt, and if you're not blunt about it, nobody is going to see that you don't want to engage in the conversation, and they can't read your fucking mind. This person can't be blamed for doing blah 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 without their consent when they never said that they weren't okay with the conversation. That's not how it, that's not fucking how it works. You can't just think, oh yeah, I don't like this, and then not tell them, and then expect them to know, and call them a fucking groomer if they didn't know. This would be different if it was between an 18-year-old and a 13-year-old, or a 20-year-old and a 13-year-old, but this was two teenagers being sexual with each other. Are you fucking kidding me?
Technically, they asked them to distribute child pizza.
The only thing I can see from these screenshots is them saying, I want to see more of you. That doesn't automatically mean that they want to see porn. That could literally just mean looking at them in a bra. That doesn't automatically mean I want to see you naked.
Teddy also tried to frame Queen Void.
If you tell anybody about this, I will literally call you out every single way I can, and then an emoticon. Are you telling me that you think that that was a serious statement? With the fucking emoticon at the end? Are you guys fucking stupid? What? It was very obviously a fucking joke along the lines of, haha, I'm gonna expose you if you leak my nudes, or whatever the fuck. It was very obviously a fucking joke. Nobody makes a genuine threat to somebody and then puts a cute little uwu emoticon at the end. I'm fucking sorry.
And she sent nudes, pictures of her boobies.
So, Foxy allegedly asks them for nudes, and that means Foxy's in the wrong. But then Foxy sends child porn of themselves, and that also means Foxy is in the wrong. I'm seeing a bit of a bias here, because usually the person in the child porn is considered the victim, even if it's a minor sending porn to themselves, sending child porn of themselves to another minor. They are still considered the victim because they're in the porn. So I'm seeing a bit of a bias here. I mean, it was kind of expected from the start. All call-out videos have bias in most cases. So, what was I expecting?
Yeah.
Literally, the only thing correct about this screenshot is the fact that, yes, a 16-year-old can be put on sex offender registry, but, not in this instance. This was an instance of two minors being sexual with each other, and I say that because the other person was cooperating and was in a sexual roleplay with them, and then just got a bit uncomfortable after the fact, which they didn't make note of that in the actual conversation. They decided to play along so they could villainize Foxy later. That is fucking disgusting. This person is not a victim, this person is an asshole. And this was not sexual harassment in any way, shape, or fucking form. They consensually engaged in a roleplay. Then one started talking a bit more sexually to the other. And then the other person got uncomfortable but didn't make it fucking known. And if they did, there was literally no screenshots of it. And I'm sure if there were screenshots of it, those would be shown because those are kind of fucking important to show. But no. Them doing a little uwu blushy emoji is totally enough fucking evidence. And no, they didn't threaten OP to keep quiet. It was a fucking joke. Who puts an emoticon, a cutesy little uwu emoticon, at the end of a fucking threat? And I am pissed about this because calling somebody a groomer, a pedophile, somebody who could be considered a sex offender, calling somebody that for stupid ass fucking reasons is so sickening, and it is very obvious that the quote-unquote victim of this situation is doing this shit maliciously, probably for clout. We've seen it before with the Spoctor situation, and it's going to happen again, and that's what seems to be happening. Sure, I'm not 100% sure, but that's my guess, because nobody fucking says that they're groomed with such little stupid and almost manipulative evidence, and it almost seems like they were trying to not say that they were uncomfortable so they could villainize them later. Is that true? Do I know that's true 100%? No, but that's my personal theory.
So if you didn't know, Teddy has a 14-year-old cousin, and he drew porn of his OC and let him follow his not safe for work account.
Now, something very important to the situation that does not seem to be explained at all in any video. Was this OC a self-sona, or was it just a regular character? Because while both aren't the best, I do think that if they're drawing their cousin's Sona sexually, that's definitely worse than drawing their cousin's OC, because that's a representation of themselves, and then just a regular OC might not have anything to do with the actual creator. Is it still weird, though, if it's an OC? Yeah, I would never do that. I don't think anybody should. That's definitely odd. I don't think it's incestual, though. Unless it was, a self-sona, I don't think it was incestual. It was just weird. I don't consider this incestual. Incestual is being sexually attracted to the person, not to the person's characters. Sharing sexual artwork with your family members is not incest. Incest is being sexually attracted to your family members. And yes, this person did call it incest in the title card. I just cut that out because it was not necessary. This shit isn't incest. Is it weird? Yes. Is it incest? No.
And I'm so sorry, but I lost the screenshot and I cannot find it. But I saw that Foxi Boxi also drew incest. If you have, like, the proof of that, then please, like, send it or, like, put it in the comment section, because, like, I can't find it. I lost it and I forgot to screenshot it, so that's some bullshit. Otherwise, it's, like, all the proof I have of that part. Now, moving on to this weird, like, I don't know what call the section, but it's weird. She had a not safe for work account, as I told you guys earlier, and it was public, and she let minors follow it, and she knew that they were minors too. And her friend Unknown Draw, she's like a popular animator too, or not like popular, but she has a pretty decent following. Teddy let her follow the not safe for work account, and they talked about it publicly. And like Unknown Draw's excuse was that, oh, we're both minors. Then why does Foxy have a not safe for work account?
I do think that Foxy shouldn't be having a not safe for work account because, they are not 18 plus. And, but the question I'm having right now is, why is Foxy being canceled for this? Like, Foxy let minors follow their not safe for work account. I mean, okay. Like, if they were an adult, I'd understand, like, being iffy with it, but again, this is two minors, and while the minor should not be having the account in the first place, this doesn't make the minor bad or gross for letting other minors follow their NSFW account. Should they be doing that? No, because they shouldn't be having the account in the first place. But there is, like, and why is, if they're openly talking about it to each other, why isn't this Unknown Draws person also being condemned for this? Oh wait, this video's on Foxi Boxi, so we gotta condemn Foxy and only Foxy. We can't, we have to put some good old double standards, and we can't just, give people the same amount of fucking credit or not credit based on what they're doing and what their actions are. No, this video is about Foxy, so everything they do means they're the fucking devil, and everything everyone else does means that they're an uwu victim.
Like, the person who posted this said, which is the person who posted that is my friend, Lexi. So thanks for this information, Lexi. Another thing they have done is, like, scam people. So these people would commission them, and then they got nothing in return for months and months, and Foxy claimed to be drained, but they didn't get a refund, so that's bad.
No fucking evidence, yay! I have yet to see anything that even slightly resembles evidence of this claim.
Like, you could have at least told them or refunded them. Every time somebody asked about the commission in her live chat, she would just ban them. And even though they're, like, basically a freelance artist, the customers did expect something in return that's extremely unprofessional. Here's some screenshots I found of a few other things she's done. And I know I can't just believe all of these because I need visual proof for me to believe it.
Yet I'm putting it in the video and treating it as if it's fact. Also, could we talk about how the first half of this comment is literally them saying, I gave this person a gift and they didn't say thank you and I was in a bad mental state. And then, them literally in the same comment saying that they used their mental illness as an excuse for things. I'm sorry, that's perfect. It's great. It makes me laugh.
So if you've seen, like, anything else or any of these things that happened, then please, like, send them to me on Instagram or just put it in the comment section. Now, this is probably going to be the last part of the video, but let's talk about her quote-unquote apology.
Now, I've already made my opinion on Foxi's apology known in my last video. Basically, the gist of it was, I think that it had some good points. I think that there were some genuine things, but I think it was more of a vent disguised as an apology. The video shouldn't have been made in the first place. It was very immature for them to post the video publicly when it was very obviously them venting their frustrations about the drama and it wasn't fully thought out. And I think that that is definitely a mistake on their end, but the apology wasn't as bad as people are saying it was. That's my opinion on it.
So, if you saw an apology, if you didn't, I'll just leave it in the description. It's like, slow down. But it's literally an entire guilt-tripping fest. It's literally just excuses. She never even explained what she did.
Excuse me? What? She literally puts the claims in, oh my god. She puts the claims in the fucking video. The only reason why she isn't explaining in full, amazing, perfect detail every single thing she did is because, one, it was very obviously an event that was made and was rushed, and second of all, nobody fucking bothered to put any effort or context in the fucking callouts, so why the fuck should they put effort in their fucking apology? This is stupid. Why are you holding them to a higher standard than you're holding yourselves?
And it's completely necessary to call her out on these things because she just left it in the past and thought nobody was ever going to bring it up again because she told, like, the victims not to tell anyone.
With a cutesy-wootsy little emoticon at the end. Very threatening.
And stuff like that. And, she never apologized, so yeah, we should bring this back up again, and she never apologized anyway.
You didn't apologize publicly for being weird to your cousin and quote-unquote grooming somebody when in like 2 years ago, even though it wasn't fucking grooming, and you didn't apologize publicly for being a zoophile and getting bad dragon stuff. So we're gonna bring it up again and cancel you. Like, that's not how it fucking works. The only person who Foxy needs to apologize to is the people they've hurt. If they did actually scam people, then they need to apologize to the people they scammed. If Foxy really was weird to their cousin, then they should apologize to their cousin. And no, they should not apologize to that quote-unquote victim of grooming because that person was not a victim of grooming. They were a victim of being a fucking idiot.
She just made a guilt-tripping video, so yeah. And I think that grooming is never a fucking excuse for this. This is just weird.
For context, in the apology video, Foxy said that their reasoning for being weird to the cousin and, like, making NSFW for them was that they were groomed into thinking it was okay. That kind of is an excuse. Like, it's not an excuse, but it's like a reasoning. It's a valid reasoning. If somebody grows up in a environment where incest is seen as okay and normal, they're going to think incest is okay and normal. If they grow up in a family that is very, very, really open to their family in a very weird way, they're going to think that's okay. That is not something you can deny. It's just a fucking fact. If somebody grows up in a certain environment, they're going to be a product of said environment. Are you kidding me?
If you got groomed like 2 years ago, something like that, I can understand. But if it was like 5 years ago, a billion years ago, a decade, then it's not an excuse.
Stop fucking assuming when they were groomed. They gave literally no fucking information. Shut up. Also, being groomed is a traumatic experience. A lot of the time, it will stick with you for the rest of your life. Does that mean you can continue making stupid mistakes over and over again? No, but this person isn't that fucking old, and they also seem to have changed from that, meaning that they are learning and growing. The thing that you are saying that they should have fucking done by now, because they fucking have. Are you stupid?
You've grown pretty much from then.
Yeah. They said that in the fucking apology. That's why they fucking apologized for it, you dumb fuck.
You've met so many people on the internet, some good people that, and you should understand that it's bad to do those things that you did.
You know, it's almost like they apologized for it, you fucking idiot.
And let's talk about how they talk about Juicy Zone and how many bad things they did when they're doing worse things than them, and they're trying to call them out for it because they don't like them personally.
Yes. Juicy Zone was breaking their fucking boundaries and also supports self-harm. But apparently that's totally fucking fine. And it's just, they don't like them personally. Yeah, because they were stalking them.
I don't get that. And she also was the person who would say, oh, grooming is so bad, oh my gosh, incest is bad, but then they turn around and do the fucking things.
Incest is having a sexual attraction to somebody in your family. You cannot prove that they are sexually attracted to their cousin. Grooming is a specific tactic of manipulating a child sexually. You cannot prove that that happened, and it is very obvious that it didn't happen. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so now we're gonna be talking about the card, and I did not like the card. The card was bad, but something I want to talk about really quick before I get into it is that not only is Leo's video, which I talked about in my last video, was linked in this card, but also Leo in his video got the ages of Foxy and the minor, the quote-unquote victim, correct. And my mutual, which is the person who made this, got them wrong. At least one of them wrong. I can't quite remember, but I'll remember when I go through it, obviously, when I talk about it, but they got at least one age wrong, which I think is absolutely hilarious. But, hi, if you're watching this video, person who made the card, please actually thoroughly watch the videos that you put as good information in your card, because, guess what? If you don't, you're gonna end up promoting a video that straight up sexualizes cat pregnancy and fucking, sexualizes, just sexualizes everything. Dude just took a regular wholesome drawing and sexualized literally everything in it. But yeah, and, he stated the ages of the minors, and I guess you didn't watch that part, or just didn't watch the video in the first place. I'm just saying, please thoroughly watch the videos that you put as good information in your card, because you're promoting a really, really horrid video. Anyway, on to the actual thing.
Foxi Boxi groomed a minor when she was 17, and the victim was 13-14 years old.
Void was 13 at the time. Foxy was 16. Void literally says their ages. And I would give you the benefit of the doubt if it wasn't for the fact that I got this screenshot from one of the videos you linked as being important.
The victim of said grooming came out about this, and in the recent apology video, now deleted, she admits to grooming a minor. Text says this, by the way, I'm trying to change as a person, let me speak with you to fix this. Damage has already been done, but I want to correct my behavior and grow from this. I am also a victim of these acts.
Now, I don't really blame the OP who created this card. I don't blame them for thinking this was admitting to grooming, because that's definitely a way it can be interpreted, but I feel like we should also be kind of entertaining the fact that it may also be saying something along the lines of, listen, I was really sexual with somebody, and I shouldn't have been sexual with that person, because blah blah blah, minors, we were two minors, because they seem to have apologized for drawing NSFW as a minor, so maybe they're apologizing not for grooming, but for being sexual with somebody while they were a minor. That could be a possibility. They also are saying they're trying to change from these acts, and this this screenshot seems quite fucking genuine, whether they were grooming or not. And before you say, oh, well, grooming isn't something that can be excused even with an apology. Now, that's relatively understandable, except they literally said at the end of their card that they would forgive or give Foxy the benefit of the doubt if they made a genuine apology. If this screenshot isn't genuine to you, I'm really fucking confused on what you want from them.
As if this makes it any better. Yes, trauma can be a contributor to shitty actions, but it's not an excuse nor a scapegoat.
Foxy and I were good friends till I asked to do a role play.
Void says they were good friends with Foxy, or they were good friends with Foxy, yet in this screenshot they say that they barely knew each other. I'm seeing a bit of inconsistency. It's almost like they're saying, oh yeah, we were good friends, so it could be more qualified as grooming. Because fun fact, one of the main building blocks of grooming is the groomer making good friends with the victim and then abusing them sexually, slowly getting up to being more sexual. So it seems like they said they were good friends so they could, villainize them for grooming when they have the chance to be like, oh my god, we just met, this is so weird, Foxy, they say, oh yeah, we just met. I'm seeing some inconsistencies, and it's really fucking weird.
I did not say what kind, but they asked if NSFW is okay, so I said sure. They used Ali while I used Indigo. Sadly I got no roleplay screenshots. These were after the roleplay. They said they got horny and went out to explain stuff they didn't ask to see, lewd photos of me, and since they were a big inspiration I did it.
Okay, so you send images of yourself to Foxy. That's Foxy's fault. Foxy sends images of themselves to you. That's Foxy's fault. What? The only time that logic ever works is if it's between a minor and an adult. Is this situation between a minor and an adult? No. Shut the fuck up.
This one takes the fucking cake.
I'ma assume they were gonna frame me and try to make it look like this was all my fault when it wasn't.
Well, your assumption was wrong, because it was very obviously a fucking joke, and wasn't them trying to, cancel you on fucking Twitter.com. Calm your tits.
Already scared.
DevilGutz's, the person who made this card, are you telling me that is supposed to be evidence of them saying that they didn't consent to the situation? Is that what that screenshot is supposed to prove right there? If this, along with the inconsistency on how, they knew each other, if this does not prove that the victim is seemingly trying to cancel somebody and ruin their life out of malice, I don't know what to fucking tell you. They're trying to take any little tiny bit that they can and play it off as if they were saying, oh my gosh, stop doing this, and they continued. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is this actually supposed to be evidence? Because this literally, all this proves is that the victim, quote unquote, is fishy. That's literally all this proves. The evidence to this is very obviously malicious. If this doesn't prove that there's malice in this drama, I don't know what does. DevilGutz's, please. Why did you look at that screenshot and think, yup, that's some good old evidence right there. I'm gonna put that in my card trying to cancel somebody. Oh my god. DevilGutz's, listen. This was the stupidest screenshot in, all of this. Why did... not even Leo used that screenshot, I'm pretty sure. The videos I've seen on the drama haven't used that screenshot, and there's a fucking reason for that, because that screenshot, literally the only thing it proves is that the victim is fucking fishy. That's all it proves. That's literally all it proves. Why did you decide to use that screenshot? Oh my god.
I just realized Foxy was cheating on their partner and got me to cheat on mine. Stop.
I'm sorry, but before I believe that that is not a part of the roleplay, I'm gonna need a full screenshot of it, not a cropped screenshot with one message. I want to see that full screenshot, because they showed full screenshots for a lot of the other things. Why didn't they show full screenshots for this? Oh, maybe it's because it was a part of the roleplay, and it looks like it was a part of the fucking roleplay, because that's a really weird way of sexting, I'm just saying. But yeah, there should be a full, unedited screenshot of that, because the only thing that they could be hiding, the only thing that they could have been doing by cropping that screenshot is, hiding the fact that it was a part of the roleplay and they were playing as characters. They could have easily been talking about the characters that they were role-playing as, which, yes, they were role-playing as characters, because the victim literally admits that. That could be a screenshot from the roleplay, and that's honestly what I personally believe. But I can't believe anything concretely on whether this was actually cheating or not until I see a full, unedited screenshot. Also, you as a minor sending another minor lewd images of yourself without any kind of coercion and literally just somebody asking, hey, can you send nudes? That is not them getting you to cheat. That is you cheating. That was your fault. And assuming that that screenshot is actually what it's being portrayed as, and it is Foxi admitting to cheating, then yeah, that's shitty. Foxi shouldn't be cheating. But you also cheated, and they didn't force you to cheat. You cheated yourself. Meaning that you guys are both equally in the wrong on that part.
Foxi has also bought dildos from a company called Bad Dragon, a company that manufactured fantasy toys. Now this wouldn't be a problem if the company wasn't owned by a zoophile. Specifically the one who runs the Zoolier Than Thou podcast, Douglas Spink. She also promoted it in one of her Ox ref sheets. The logo on the shirt is the BD logo. She also bought a custom dildo with a knot from said company.
Nobody cares that they bought from a company that was bad. Have you ever bought from Amazon? Have you ever heard how terrible Amazon treats their employees? It's literally not that big of a deal that they bought from a company that one of the employees is a zoophile. Like, it's not good, and maybe, you can discourage them from buying from them, but the actual issue here is the fact that they bought a dildo that was zoophilic, which is something that you should probably show more evidence for.
If you do not know what a knot is, it's a reproductive organ that only animals have.
I've literally had money saved since my birthday and I finally got a custom one. Help.
Yeah, that screenshot only shows that they bought from Bad Dragon and that they got a custom order, not the fact that the dildo they bought was a knot.
Foxi Boxi has done some disgusting things, and we, as her fans, have all the right to be disappointed in her, 101%.
Too bad most of these claims fucking suck and have literally no evidence, or the evidence is really shitty.
And to Foxi Boxi herself, I may not speak for all of your former fans, but I hope you take time off the internet to reflect and grow as a person, and hopefully come back better person than you were when started YouTube. Because I fully believe in giving the benefit of the doubt. Red.
You're mindlessly believing a victim with very contradictory evidence, and evidence that is very obviously out to get Foxi and not out to show that Foxi's actually a groomer. You're saying that Foxi is bad because they bought from a bad company, and also saying they bought a dildo, which there is no evidence of them buying. There's evidence of them buying an order from the company that was custom, but there's no evidence that the dildo that people are saying they bought was actually bought. Is there evidence out there? Probably. Should that evidence be shown? Abso-fucking-lutely. You cannot just say, oh yeah, they bought this dildo, without showing that they did. And I get it, YouTube sucks, and YouTube will probably ban you if you show a picture of it, but this isn't YouTube, this is a fucking card.
P.S. Don't make a half-assed apology and just own up, dude. It's not that hard.
So, you'll give them the benefit of the doubt, right? For everything you think they've done. Meaning that if they apologize for grooming somebody in a genuine manner, you will give them the benefit of the doubt. And you think that this screenshot is them admitting to grooming. So you should be giving them the benefit of the doubt, but you're not, because, ooh, I didn't like the apology, despite it being relatively, reasonable. Obviously, if they did actually groom someone, that would be a lot more, there'd be a lot more to do than just a fucking apology, but they didn't groom someone. But you said that you'd give them the benefit of the doubt if they apologized, including for the grooming. So, why aren't you giving them the benefit of the doubt? Why are you still canceling them for that? By your own logic, your own flawed logic, but still, why aren't you giving them the benefit of the doubt? So, I did not like this card. This card was bad. This card was stinky. It was terrible. I don't want to be too mean because the person who made it was a mutual of mine, or is a mutual of mine. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that my mutual made something that was not good at all. Very bad, very not good. But yeah, that's it for this video. So, I hope you have a good day and all that shit. I hope that this kind of helped somebody, hopefully, maybe. Yeah. So, have a good day and all that fun stuff. Goodbye.